Hi, welcome to your astrology forecast for January 8th through January 14th, 2014. I think that's right. Yeah, that is right. Okay, cool. On January 8th, the moon moves into Virgo, which is really all about organizing and sorting through stuff and maybe analyzing things. Your analytical abilities will be especially good on this day, though you do want to watch out for overanalyzing your emotions. It is good for taking care of your routine things that you have to do on a daily basis, your responsibilities that you do, and it'll be easier to do that. And it's also good for watching your health and like really starting new habits that are healthy and improving your habits, pretty much is what I meant by that. All right, and then it squares Saturn in Sagittarius and opposes Neptune in Pisces, creating a T-square. And this T-square is going to be like around midnight, so it kind of goes into January 9th, but I put it on January 8th. So Saturn in Sagittarius is trying to get us to let go of certain beliefs that are limiting us or holding us back. It's making us especially aware of any beliefs that make us feel heavy, so that we can become more aware of those things and let them go. It also is maybe our belief systems are kind of putting that weight of responsibility on us in some way, and it's really about making new systems that are going to be more expansive for you and really being more long-term about what, like creating long-term goals or visions of how you want to expand further, and kind of creating new structures around how to put or like implement those things that will help to bring more expansion to your world. With it opposing Neptune in Pisces, it's kind of, Neptune in Pisces is all about our illusions, but also about our idealizations and our imaginations. And it's very intuitive and go with the flow, while Moon in Virgo it really wants to focus on the details, get things done, and really focus on what is here and now, and like our daily responsibilities, and also kind of make things more practical and more concrete. Saturn's also all about that, but the interesting thing is Sagittarius just wants to keep on growing and expanding and exploring. It also rules our beliefs, so there is a tension here about how we can really create something that is both within our ideals as well as practical in our daily lives. So there is sort of a tension and a need to be realistic here, along with allowing for new ways of being in the world, new ways of dealing with the world in a way that's more like go with the flow and stuff. So kind of creating like a go with the flow thing in your daily routine while not getting distracted by the go with the flow stuff kind of thing. Alright, anyways. January 9th, Mercury and Venus in Aquarius sextile Uranus and the South Node in Aries, and they all in conjunct the Moon in Virgo. So we've got Mercury and Venus in Aquarius, and then the South Node and Uranus in Aries. Mercury and Venus being in Aquarius helps us to communicate more objectively in our relationships and be more kind of like perhaps scientific perhaps in our approach, or just kind of like allows us to communicate bigger picture views without offending as much, and being less personal about it, but also allowing for a freedom to be within our relationships, and like the ability to communicate more freely will be there. And you may speak about more off the wall topics in your relationships, and it's easier to be more harmonious about these topics, even if there's something that can be touchy in some sense. With them sextile Uranus and the South Node in Aries, it's kind of going to make more unexpected things occur. And there is really a need for freedom right now in any form of communication. And talking on the internet will be, you can kind of speak more freely in a way, but it's also, maybe you'll be talking more on the internet, even because Aquarius does kind of rule the internet and Uranus rules the internet and that sort of thing. And it also is possible that you could meet a group of like-minded individuals who kind of bring out the genius in you and kind of help you to look at things in a more objective fashion. And then the South Node in Aries is asking us to let go of certain tendencies within ourselves that maybe keeps us from being able to connect with others, and like kind of lets go of our defenses as well as our self-conscious feelings, which can sort of separate ourselves from other people. So, and also any overly bluntness or over impatience and stuff like that as well. And then with them all in conjunct the moon in Virgo, this is so different, moon in Virgo, right? That's why it's in conjunct. The moon in Virgo really wants to focus on the details. While these are like kind of like wanting to look at the bigger picture, Virgo wants to hone in on the details and how we can make it real. So there is kind of a, sorry, I keep bumping this. All right, there's kind of a need to make things more down to earth and applicable to our daily lives, and there's kind of a struggle with that. It's kind of difficult to make it that happen because of the nature of a yod. But we can, if we can kind of make it more applicable to our daily lives, then these new ideas and big picture views can be implemented in some sense. Okay, on January 11th, the moon moves into Libra. So this helps to nurture our relationships and really be able to feel more harmonious within ourselves. And also, we can understand what other people are feeling a little easier on this day and be able to look at both sides of the picture and try to, we're trying to balance, create a balance on this day between yourself and others, as well as any situation that needs balance. You may have that urge to create a balance in whatever areas need to be balanced. And on January 12th, the moon and the North Node in Libra opposes Uranus and the South Node in Aries. And they all square Pluto in Capricorn, creating a T-square. So the moon is going to conjunct the North Node in Libra, and this is helping us to evolve in our emotional way of being when it comes to other people. So if we are too focused on other people, then it may be asking us to focus on ourselves a little more, or basically just really change our approach in whatever way that needs to occur. Whether it's understanding the other person's point of view or being more assertive about your own understanding so that you can have a fair balance in any situation, usually in one-on-one situations. With them opposing Uranus and the South Node in Aries, Uranus is definitely creating a need for independence and a sense of individuality and a sense of freedom. The South Node in Aries is trying to let go of certain tendencies that are not helping situations at all, but it can also bring up that need for independence as well. So there is a tension there of needing to be understanding while also maintaining your own sense of self. with them square Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is, of course, revealing all of those underlying tensions around authority figures and how, your career is, and perhaps issues with your boss, or just any area where there needs to be a transformation in how you approach that career or how you approach authority figures. So this could be bringing up some stuff about your career that is maybe causing some tensions in the other areas of your life, your relationship area, and your sense of freedom and independence. So in some way, this is kind of bringing that up. And then Mars moves into Pisces. So Mars is a real go-getter. But when it's in Pisces, it wants to go with the flow a little more, and kind of, our egos are going to be kind of less intense at this time. We're going to be able to go with the flow easier and kind of do things in a nonchalant kind of way, or kind of a, go with the flow, I guess. I already said that, but it's great for being able to put very spiritual and idealistic and imaginative ideas into action because of the nature of the go with the flow. But it isn't as easy to be very forceful about it. It's going to be like kind of more, I'm going to do that and this and that. And even driving, I imagine, will be more like go with the flowy, where you're not going to get as intense in traffic or whatever. You're just going to be like, oh, whatever, and you'll happen to just kind of float along. It's kind of a drifty kind of feeling. And it's also important to maintain some of that sense of self, as I was saying, with other things, because Mars in Pisces is going to be melding away your sense of independence almost. Like, there's just such a feeling of collective feeling kind of thing, where your ego drives are not going to be as apparent, and you're going to kind of just meld with whatever is happening. So it is kind of important to maintain some amount of motivation or independence in a way. And on January 13th, the moon in Libra squares the sun in Capricorn, being a last quarter moon. So with the moon in Libra, it is about relationships, of course, and one-on-one situations and partnerships. Squaring the sun in Capricorn, it's all about our careers and our public standing and who we are within our career, kind of the role we play in our career. And there may be some tensions that come up out of either a business partnership or a relationship because of perhaps career demands, or perhaps the way you are in your career is kind of being contradictory to your emotional state within your relationships, or perhaps your emotional state within your relationships is kind of conflicting with your career. Somehow this creates some tensions. And I guess it's, one of those days where you'll have to compromise or be more open about what's happening so that there's some kind of mutual understanding that occurs. Venus in Aquarius sextiles Uranus and Aries on January 13th as well. So this is going to be bringing some unexpected occurrences when it comes to love, and also when it comes to friendship. And there is kind of this whole thing, like a need for independence within relationships and a sense of friendship, or more detached kind of feeling when it comes to friendships. You can also kind of bring up social issues a lot more, and create more harmony when it comes to your social groups, if you're a part of any social groups, and even beautify your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and take actions on those hopes, wishes, and dreams. And there could be a lot of changes when it comes to either yourself, your friendships, or your relationships. that are going to be bringing new life into those areas. And then the moon moves into Scorpio, and this of course always brings up those underlying emotions that we are not always aware of, and also subconscious desires and subconscious feelings, and all of those things are going to be coming up for us to make us aware of those things so that we can make changes in our lives when it comes to how we are, what we are wanting in the world and what we are wanting to change. All right. And on January 14th, Mercury in Aquarius sextiles Uranus in Aries. Now, holy Lord, this is going to help us to gain some major insights. Our conversations are going to be going lightning speed. Some major realizations can occur through conversations with friends especially, and in social settings, group settings, and more talk of what can be done about things that need to be changed in the world, especially humanitarian causes. And then Mars in Pisces squares Saturn in Sagittarius. So, yeah, this is creating a need for bringing imaginative ideas into existence, because Saturn is trying to refine the things like our beliefs and refine our way of looking at the world even. And Mars in Pisces is trying to take action and create more unity in the world, and kind of bring some of those spiritual ideals into action. Saturn in Sagittarius is also about putting things into action. Saturn takes its time. So there is a need for some amount of patience when it comes to bringing these things into fruition. Sagittarius is also very idealistic and wants to bring expansion to the world. Saturn is kind of the opposite of Sagittarius, so it's really trying to form something. So, I mean, the main issue here, I think, is being realistic about the dreams, or finding ways to make it real, and also just taking action. But there's that tension going on with, like, a restriction is there. Saturn's kind of having trouble moving beyond old belief systems because it just got there. And then Mars in Pisces is like ready to go, but it's also like just not realistic sometimes about what it's ready to go with. So anyway, basically you just kind of got to sort through what isn't working in your beliefs, and also what is actually obtainable in this world. So yeah, if you can just refine those things, then perhaps you can start on something that you really want to bring into this world. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and make sure to check out my website at www.tarotroseastrologer.com. I am now offering a 2015 horoscope reading. And yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll talk to you soon. Have an awesome week.